Okay, class, today we are going to talk about Module 8, Lesson 10. 2 days ago we talked about two equal shares, or what we called halves. Today we're going to be talking about three parts. Okay, here as you can see, I have two rectangles. On this rectangle right here, the shaded part is just one part. And this rectangle right here, the shaded part is just one part. So if I'm going to ask you how many parts are shaded, of course on the first one there's one part that is shaded, and the second part also there's one part that is shaded. Okay, the thirds look different, as you can see. Even though they are both thirds, one is long and skinny, and one is short and fat. Even though they're different shapes, they both are 1/3 of the whole shape. They both have two parts unshaded. Only one part is shaded. Okay, let's count the parts on this rectangle. Are you ready? One part, two parts, three parts. And the one that's shaded is only one part. So I'm going to write down here the part that is shaded is 1/3. Okay, now let's go to the next rectangle. Let's count the parts on this rectangle. Are you ready? One part, two parts, three parts. Again, the part that is shaded here is just one part. So I'm going to write down here, the shaded part is 1/3. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do, I will erase one rectangle here. Just going to erase it. Erase it. I'm not going to erase the rectangle. I'm just going to erase the parts inside it. So what I'm going to do here, I will divide this. Let me just erase this. I will divide this rectangle into two parts. It's not perfect, but this rectangle has two parts. Now, which part is larger? Think about it. If I'm going to shade this, one part right here, okay, I know it's kind of like sloppy. My question is, which part is larger? You're right. 1/2 is larger than this part right here. Look at both rectangles as a whole. Which part has more parts? You're right, the thirds, because you have three parts here. 1, 2, 3. This one only has two parts. 1, 2. But this part that is shaded is bigger than this part that is shaded here. The more times you cut the rectangle, the smaller the pieces. And if you just cut it once, the pieces will be bigger. So like what I did here, I just cut it in half. And this piece right here is bigger than this piece right here. Okay, now let's go ahead and let's go ahead and count the parts on the first one. One part, two parts. How about this one right here? Let's count it. One part, two parts, three parts. So this circle right here has three parts, and this circle right here has two parts. Now, which is more? 1/2 or the 1/3? Think about that. Yes, you're right. It's the same as with a rectangle. 1/2 is greater. Look at this. 1/2 is greater because there are only two parts. 1, 2. 1/3 is smaller because you cut the circle into three pieces, into more pieces. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think that's it for today, and I hope you learned something from this, and you'll be able to do your lesson 10 exit ticket. Bye!